Don't even ask what went on in there. So much fucking time travel. It'll make Back to the Future blush. Heck, it'll make the Marvel Universe blush.
This way, you mate. Vámonos. Damn. The power is on, but the light is not turning. The lighthouse is old and decrepit, half broken, but you will need to fix it. I will keep watch out here. You go inside.
Okay. Whoa. That was kind of creepy. I think this is the first time I've ever struggled with ammo in the game. It's wonderful. Meow. Urgent ticker tape. Distress signal received. Lighthouse now operational. Rescue craft en route. Meet at Eastern Docks. Coast Guard Prometheus.
This way, you mate. Vámonos. The light is on. Oh, now the Coast Guard can come. Muchas gracias, Stork. You have proven yourself. I still say inmates are scum, but you, maybe less so, see? Come on, now we can make our way to town. The road is gated up here. I don't know how we'll get through, but we will have to.
It's not just Abbott. It's this whole island. It's a cesspool of human atrocity. People come here, they do things maybe they wouldn't normally do. Evil fucking shit. But you're different. You're the wild card in the deck. But you set me free. I never forget a debt. I owed you. Now go on. Find out what kind of man you are.
A man who likes men.
What was that? Lightning? It almost hit us. Well, at least we can make it through the gates now. Come on.
Hold up, I want the bullets. I picked up a flare. Does that mean, like, you build another flamethrower if you pick up all the pieces? Last breath before dying. It all makes sense now. This place is a magnification, concentration, purification. Now the world goes black. I see my reflection in a pool of blood. I kiss it all goodbye. Hey, what happened to your hat?
This way, you mate. Vámonos.
Oh.
Look, over there.
Daddy, these girls taught me a new game.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you want to play, mister?
This is like the worst gun.
I don't understand what we just saw there, but I don't ever want to see it again. Did you kill your children, or did this place somehow do it? Like it has taken mine. Oh, these are black times. It hurts too much to stop and think about it. We must keep going.
Watch out, he's coming towards you.
Mark, over here!
Oh, never mind.
Inmate, hurry!
Do you not see the wall?
You won't kill me! You deal out death like a professional! This way, inmate! Send him back to hell, inmate!
No! Chumby, no! Not very good at keeping people alive, are we?
Dark! Over here! Look! Over there!
Daddy, these girls taught me a new game. Do you want to play, mister?
Catch.
I don't understand what we just saw there, but I don't ever want to see it again. Did you kill your children, or did this place somehow do it? Like it has taken mine. Oh, these are black times. It hurts too much to stop and think about it. We must keep going. This way, inmate. Vámonos.
Ah.
Go for it, inmate. I'll have to keep my eye on you. You deal out death like a professional.
It's been we haven't found a single shotgun shell. This is most disturbing.
Send him back to hell, inmate. Destroy the body. No place. Here's the only way. In the name of mi familia.
What the fuck just whoa, what the fuck's happened to him? I really wish they would stop murdering my friend like this.
Look, over there.
Daddy, these girls taught me a new game. Do you want to play, mister?
I don't understand what we just saw there, but I don't ever want to see it again. Did you kill your children, or did this place somehow do it? Like it has taken mine. Oh, these are black times. It hurts too much to stop and think about it. We must keep going.
Hold on, I wanna get the bullets.
Inmate, hurry! See that? You deal out death like a professional. You do good for an inmate. I will have to keep my eye on you. Send him back to hell, inmate. You know how to kill. I can see that. Good for an inmate. I will have to keep my eye on you.
Keep away from him,
Send him back to hell, inmate.
fuckhand Frankie.
Hurry!
Well, I kept him alive.
This way, inmate. Vámonos.
Let me at least have a little scramper around.
This way, inmate. Vámonos.
Where are you going?
No.
No, please don't leave. Here with us.
I feel like they also lose health when they move.
Mira! Those fucking creatures, they've trapped us! It looks like our time has come. We'll never make it out of here alive.
Then let's have passionate sex. I mean, of course we're gonna make it out. Have faith, dum-dum.
We're done for. This smoke will kill us soon. To die this way after surviving so long. I will never see my Consuela again.
Don't be such a sad sauce.
I think the fire is coming closer.
No, no,
Don't you want to stay?
It is horrible. We're done for. This smoke will kill us soon. It is horrible to die this way after surviving so long. I will never see my Consuela again.
well, we have tap water.
I think the fire is coming closer.
Thankfully for you, I have puzzle-solving skills.
To die this way after surviving so long. I'll never see my Consuela again.
Oh my
We're
god,
done
water!
for. This smoke will kill us soon.
This is a man of very little faith.
Dios mío. A miracle. The fire is out. Again, you prove yourself. Come on. We must get to town.
Watch out! It's a naked man.
Back to hell, inmate. Look for an inmate. I want to keep my eye on you. In the name of mi familia. This way, inmate. Vámonos. Dark. Over here.
This man never knew water was wet until now. I found it funny how the person I expected to die earlier in the
With this
game.
fire we pay for the sins of this island, the sins of this country, the sins of humanity. Que mala suerte.
Skellington.
The road is out. There's no way across, and this is the only way to get to town. Inmate, watch out! That truck is on fire!
Oh shit.
Destroy the body! Leave no trace! It is the only way!
Can you swim? 'Cause I can't. Man, look at the moon. Constipated. Any words of advice? I literally forgot what you're supposed to do. Oh, Stinky.
So, you
you still need some help. A killer you really are. But you don't know anything. Go on to the dock, where you'll see how things really are.
Hey, you got us a ride. What?
What Diablo was that? Well, at least we can make it across now. Come on.
Don't say that, because you'll always die when you say that. Oh no. Oh! Finally!
Game say, Diablo! Game say! Where are they, damn you? Where?
Make sure to blow off the heads. Oh yeah, I'll try to.
Holy Mary, Mother of God. We looked it down, it burns. My family, if they are still there, it is too terrible to think of.
I'm sure
What has
they'll be
happened to this
fine.
island? We must get to the town somehow. I must find Consuela. You're a father, right? Or were a father? I would do anything to keep my children safe. I cannot imagine any parent who would not. Where are they, damn you? There is no way through! This Inferno is too thick! I must go back to the town! I have to keep looking! You go on, inmate! Meet the Coast Guard at the docks! I will meet you there later!
Okay. Try not to get decapitated.
You gave him the chance you never had.
Codsmith. What did that say? 1672, population 51, 27, question mark. You know, I think it's time to read some of the archives.
Marksman. Based on the battery of rifles attached to its back and the blindfold around its head, this marksman appears to be the reincarnation of a military firing squad. Abbott was originally a POW camp during World War II, so it seems likely they would have had executions of that sort. Indeed, there are stories of a rogue colonel who was to be court-martialed but instead took his own life. Perhaps he is connected to these abominations. Mainliner. In the 1970s, lethal injection was introduced as the most humane means of state-sanctioned killing. To date, 25 such procedures have taken place in Abbott. This creature, I call him the Mainliner, appears to suffer with every move he makes. Perhaps the mixture of sodium pentothal, pancuronium bromide, and potassium chloride in his veins is not to his liking.
Sound like cake
The
ingredients.
numerous needles jabbed into his body cannot help his disposition. Noose Man. Not only is this Noose Man dead from being hung by the neck, but he also appears to have had his skin removed. I wonder if these creatures are tied to the legendary story of the inmates who, outraged by the death of fellow workers in a quarry mining accident, hung and skinned 5 COs. The Noose Men are more supernatural than many of their brethren, ripping themselves straight out of the ceiling in some entirely impossible manner. Burrower. These burrowers are some of the most lethal creatures I have encountered, primarily due to their ability to spring forth from the ground itself and just as quickly re-submerge. They're closely tied to the very soil of Carnate, a theme among these monstrosities. Its appearance is of a human body tied up in a gunny sack and constrained by leather straps, with deadly steel chains attached to various locations. I believe they represent those buried alive. Fester.
Uncle.
Continually emerging from the slave ship, these are the festering creatures who foil my attempts to escape this confounded rock. Rats live within their flesh, writhing within it and then springing forth randomly. They appear to be a reincarnation, not of the slaves, for then they would be of darker skin tone, but instead of the slave traders. In this form, they are forced to live out again and again the fate they forced upon those hapless slaves. Inferno. From what I have witnessed, this manifestation of evil appears to have 2 distinct forms. The first, a young girl in Puritan dress, perhaps 13 years of age. This transforms into an altogether more disturbing flaming creature.
They have
Both
spikes in
clutch
their
a
hands.
small handmade doll. To my mind, there is no doubt that these creatures are tied to the 3 young girls who made witchcraft accusations in the late 1600s and led to the incendiary death of 11 innocents. Dr. Killjoy. One of Abbott's most persistent legends tells of Dr. Killjoy, the quite insane psychiatrist surgeon who ran an asylum on Carnate. Doing research of my own, I found that he did indeed exist, though which stories are true and which are fabrication is anyone's guess. Since the cataclysm, I have 3 times seen a surgeon formed of pure light, reminiscent of 16mm film projection come to life. Could this be the fine doctor?
Oh, he's wearing a little tux under his outfit.
Horace. Many inmates break once inside Abbott, but none have snapped more extremely than Horace Gage, who, the tale goes, became convinced his wife wasn't safe without his protection, and sliced her to ribbons during a conjugal visit. He ended up in the mercy chair, electrocuted by Abbott's then executioner Hermes Haight. For years, inmates have said he haunts Abbott, and I believe I saw him 10 minutes ago. I surely wish I had not.
Stinky.
Hermes. Since the cataclysm, I have several times found myself mysteriously surrounded by noxious green fumes. I have fled in each case, and I think if I had not, I might not be alive to write this now. Within the gas, I have seen a humanoid who seemed to take great joy in the prospect of my death. Could this be Hermes, Abbott's resident executioner for several decades? If I recall, he took his own life in the gas chamber.
Mystery.
The island. Carnate Island is approximately 3 miles wide and lies some 10 miles off the coast of Maryland. In addition to man-made structures, Carnate is also
I think
home to
we've read this one.
Abbott State Penitentiary. Originally built as part of Fort Malison to house German POWs during World War II, it was taken over by Maryland following the
Okay, we read this one.
The Death House. The most ominous structure inside of Abbott is the Death House. Electrocution, gas, and lethal injection have all been used within its walls, though only the last is still used today. The Death House is also the prison's oldest structure, built as the administration building when the prison was a POW camp. Its basement was also built during the war, and in it you can still see relics of that time. The basement has been closed off for 20 years.
Why?
Prison cemetery. When an inmate dies and his family does not claim the body, he is buried here. The cemetery is named after the infamous corrections officer Hermes T. Haight. He was in charge of executions for several decades before finally killing himself in the gas chamber. Also buried here is notorious inmate Horace Gage, who savagely killed his wife on a conjugal visit. To me, the cemetery is the most bleak and depressing place on all of Carnate. The Quarry. At the same time the prison started operation, digging commenced at Carnate Quarry. Prisoners were forced to work this quarry for 12 hours a day, cutting the rock that would be used to build the prison walls. Work conditions in the quarry were far from ideal. Inmates who complained were severely disciplined. Carnate Quarry has not been in use since the 1960s, with its mining equipment simply abandoned where it stood to rust and collapse. Caving. At some point in the mid-50s, weak mineshaft support beams gave way and trapped a number of quarry workers under several tons of rubble. The official story was that the prisoners were killed instantly. Other inmates maintained that the workers survived the collapse, but no attempt was made to rescue them. The inmates were so enraged, they revolted against the COs and lynched 5 of them. What really happened may never be known. The Asylum. On the far western edge of Carnate stands an old Victorian home built in 1877. In 1899, the home was converted into the oddly titled Carnate Institution for the Alienated. The small institution was run by one Dr. Killjoy, whose methods were far from conventional and often tragically lethal. What exactly happened to Dr. Killjoy is unknown, but the asylum was abandoned in the 1930s and has been uninhabited ever since.
Except for our boy, Sergey.
Burned house. Though I know little about this site, these ruins of an old home are oddly fascinating to me. The small house appears to be from the mid-19th century, and I would say it certainly predates the asylum. Nearby is an old abandoned well that seems to be especially deep. Since the house burned down, one cannot help but wonder if Carnate itself was trying to drive away the people who lived inside it, if one chooses to believe in such things. Slave Shipwreck. On the northwestern beach of the island is a massive shipwreck from the early 18th century. The ship carried a cargo of slaves and was en route to Norfolk when it was knocked off course and crashed. Apparently the traders feared releasing the slaves they carried and instead left them trapped in the hull, where they were slowly eaten by rats. How the ship has survived the elements nearly 3 centuries is certainly a mystery. The Bluff. On the south side of the island, near Fort Malison, there is a bluff which appears to have been forgotten since the 1940s. Along the ocean side of the bluff are 3 wood posts riddled with bullets, to which dead bodies are still attached. This seems to be the site of the little-known 1944 execution of 3 American soldiers, executed on suspicion of treason. No actual evidence of wrongdoing was ever found.
Very
Flash
bad.
plane. This bizarre relic is a Horton 229A1, an experimental plane developed by the Germans during the latter stages of World War II. It crashed on Carnate in 1944, to the great distress of the fort's colonel. Taking his cue from the Japanese internment camps of the West, the colonel wanted to root out the traitors he suspected had led the plane to Carnate. He executed 3 of his own men who happened to be of German ancestry, but who were almost certainly innocent. Why the plane actually crashed here remains a mystery. World War II fort. Built in 1942, Fort Malison served as both coastal defense facility and POW camp. The fort had some 250 men and held approximately 1,000 prisoners. The fort's most notorious story is of its colonel, who executed 3 of his men for treason because a German airplane crashed on the island. A subsequent court-martial found no evidence to justify these executions, and the colonel ended up taking his own life. Old Cemetery. This cemetery is home to the remains of 11 Puritans who were accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake in 1681. Witch burning was all but unheard of on this continent, with other suspected witches, such as those in Salem, having met their demise at the end of a rope. It appears that hanging was not enough for the residents of Goodsmouth, no doubt because Carnate Island is a place that drives people to extremes.
Yeah, that's the interesting. Witch burning wasn't actually a thing. They only hung them. I think it was only that person in history that was burned. The crazy lady, I think she was. I forgot, was she in England or France? It's one of those.
Burning site. In the 17th century, Carnate was home to a small Puritan village named Goodsmouth. In 1681, for unknown reasons, a 13-year-old girl accused several townsfolk of witchcraft. Joined by 2 close friends of hers, the trio formed an unholy alliance, which led to the burning of 11 people, all of whom are interred nearby. Shortly thereafter, the girls mysteriously disappeared. This is the place where those terrible burnings occurred. The lighthouse. The lighthouse is the oldest standing structure on Carnate Island. Its cornerstone states its date of construction as 1834. The light was originally oil-powered, but since the 1950s has run off of a nearby generator. Similarly, the lighthouse's rotation was originally powered by a system of gears that would periodically need to be recranked.
We
To
did
this
that.
day, when the power goes off, the motion needs to be restarted by hand cranking.
Wanking. Hand wanking.
The town. Built on the site of the Puritan village
Let's
of
see.
Goodsmouth, this town is home to nearly 30 corrections officers and their families. It has a single dilapidated general store, a small overgrown park, and a church that for as long as anyone can remember has had no minister. It is generally agreed that no one would live in this depressing place were it not for the daunting distance back to the mainland and lack of ferry service.
What does that say? Dick fed eye? Oh, okay then. Well, we all caught up. Oh. Oh, cough. Very bad. Jump!
Everything comes to an end.
Well, I had fun, I guess.
process is complete. Your cure is at hand. You might think my methods a bit unorthodox, but my results will speak for themselves. Ahead you will encounter something altogether unlike what you've seen before.
A crane.
But I have something that can help you. A device that can cure you, put your demons to rest. But only if it is sufficiently powered, and only if you are in your more, shall we say, primal form. Use this correctly, and you cannot help but be cured. You do want to be cured, don't you, Dork? It's up to you now.
It's up to you. Hey. What were you doing in that house?
Oh, T, what happened? What happened to us? We could have had it all, but it got all screwed up. And now it's too late. Too late for all of us.
Calm down. It's never too late.
The man was wearing black clothes. He was like a shadow. I didn't see him, and then he was there. Oh, Daddy, I wish you could have been there. I know you would have kept us safe.
Daddy. Angry. Ow. 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 Go fight the tiny men. Exactly. Squishy.
They killed us to get to you, didn't they? I forgive you, Dad. You couldn't keep us safe forever. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Die. Hey, what? Ow. What?
You always had the worst luck, T. We didn't work out for so long. And when we got close, it all got taken away. You'd never hurt us. Not on purpose. No matter how angry you got at the world, you always loved me and the boys. Now's the time, T. You need to face down the anger you have inside. Remember, I'm right there with you.
Ow. What? Why am I its penis? Ah, clunky. Give me the power. Yes, eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Oh shit, I'm out. Aha. That's right. Ate the fun juice. Ah, ow. Ate it. 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 Ate. Eat it. Ow. Ate it. Oh. I think I got a checkpoint anyway. Do you think they'll spoil you with sodium? Like, just put it everywhere. Well, let's see where this goes. It leads to a gate. Okay, TNT is full.
The man was wearing black clothes.
He was a
like
goth.
a shadow. I didn't see him, and then he was there. Oh, Daddy, I wish you could have been there. I know you would have kept us safe.
Let's go, fat boy. Ow. Oh, that was easy. That's much easier when you just use the fucking gun.
They killed us to get to you, didn't they? I forgive you, Dad. You couldn't keep us safe forever. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, that was easy. Oh, I only got to keep his gun.
You always had the worst luck, T. We didn't work out for so long. And when we got close, it all got taken away. You'd never hurt us. Not on purpose. No matter how angry you got at the world, you always loved me and the boys. Now's the time, T. You need to face down the anger you have inside. Remember, I'm right there with you.
Help me. Ow. Just keep throwing the magic potions at him. Stop yelling! Hooray! Honey, I'm home. Bonk. Oh my god. A gimp murdered my family.
The Colonel sends his regards. Back in Eastern, he warned you.
Who the fuck is the
You
Colonel?
didn't listen. He said to leave you alive. Only you. Enjoy your new life.
My hands are clean.
Get on board, quick! I don't know what the hell's happened, but we gotta get out of here. Another boat's coming to pick up anybody else who's left.
Don't ask why I'm not wearing shoes.
Hold on! You're that guy Torque, ain't you? I heard about you in the news. I got a friend at the DA's office. Says the prosecutor on your case is being indicted. Says you probably get a new trial. Guess it's your lucky day, huh? Jesus. You look like you've really been through hell.
Somebody's missing from this picture, T. I don't want us to ever be apart again. Love always, Carmen.
Hooray! You've unlocked archive pages in the Prelude level. Save your settings to preserve this content. Yes. Yes. And yeah, that was The Suffering. I really liked this game as a kid. I just thought it was neat. Mainly because you get to play as the monster sometimes. Now we just get to enjoy this music. I might share the other archive pages, because you unlock two with every... No, you unlock one every ending. Good ending, neutral ending, and bad ending. I think I've only ever gotten the good and the bad ones. Never got the neutral ones. When I was a baby. Yeah, this was one of the first ever horror games I finished as when I was a wee baba. And it kinda like helped me overcome horror in a way. What's with the spooky noises? I hope I don't get copyright claimed for this. Just relax to the music. Bum bum baby baby bum bum baby baby bum 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 baby baby bum bum baby baby bum baby baby bum bum baby baby bum bum baby baby bum bum baby baby. Oh, you off-tuned me. I will never recover now. Oh, the music. You're just gonna cut off the music like that? That's rude. We were listening to that. Well, might as well just do the archive.
The docks. The only functional dock remaining on Carnate, this is the sole point of entry for inmates and their visitors, as well as corrections officers, and those of us who happen to be married to them. I remember the first day I came to Carnate. It was raining in sheets, and the ship had trouble docking. I remember thinking the island didn't want us coming here. I've long thought it would have been better if we had turned back then.
Probably.
I only briefly saw this enormous creature a single time, near the docks. I cannot even begin to describe him, save for one thing.
Ugly.
He seems to be quite literally connected to an inmate, the convicted killer Torque. Incredible as it may sound, this creature appears to have a miniature version of Torque attached to him via a long umbilicus. Beyond that, I can only say that I view him as the most evil of all the creatures, a pure manifestation of fury and hatred.
I was the penis.
Torque's family. In one of my other entries, I discussed Torque, the notorious inmate who seems at ease dispatching these creatures. I recall seeing in the sun a picture of the man's ex-wife and 2 boys, and I have drawn it here from memory.
You saw it too?
I remember they were a beautiful family, and it seems unbelievable that any man so blessed would have the audacity to kill them so savagely. But as we all know, beauty alone is often not enough.
Why is my kid doing the drip pose? But yeah, that was the suffering. I remember there being, yeah, a little cool stuff in there. Anyway, yeah. Well, we're not done yet. There's still stuff, if I remember right. Let me just bring up the video. Let's see. Just gonna pretend to type in the keyboard, so I'm actually doing something. Okay, so that's a thing I didn't know about. I was talking about making the PSX thingy disappear, but you can both shut down and exit. It removes it from this screen. Why isn't Firefox opening? Let's see. Okay. Oh god, that is loud. That's somehow louder than my game. Which is okay. If I just do this. Okay, then I can do this. Hello. Then I can do this.
Contained in these pages are my
and I can just fucking
enough.
Okay, here we go.
Torque. Since the cataclysm, I have seen the death of many inmates. But one seems to be an unstoppable survivor. I've seen him take out packs of marksmen and slayers without even breathing hard. Torque is an inmate of some ill repute, having been sentenced to die for the killing of his ex-wife and children. Of course, being convicted and being guilty are 2 different things. Perhaps he will save us all,
that arrow
but I feel certain he will at least save himself. The creature. I saw this creature in a dream, and he seems somehow connected to these horrific events. In my dream, I witnessed the inmate Torque transform into this beast and lay waste to all around him. Since the cataclysm, I have seen Torque go berserk, killing beasts with his bare hands. But of course, during such times, he himself does not actually transform into a beast. He merely becomes intensely enraged. The meaning of my dream I leave for the reader to discern.
It was a wet one. Anyway, yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, I will see you all in the future. I still need to edit the other videos, but I've been feeling lazy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, toodles.